Hey, what's up guys? We are super excited to announce the release of our brand new Hard Surface Game Asset 2.0 course. This has been in the works for quite some time now because we wanted to make sure it was done right. One of the biggest issues we see with 3D artists is that they want to get into the games industry or learn how to make game assets or just become, a freelancer making game assets. But they don't know which workflow is going to work for them and what the proper workflow actually is. Now, yes, it's true, it kind of depends on the pipeline you're going for. VFX would be different than just a simple static game asset. But overall, there is a lot of misinformation we see from tutorials and websites and things like that, not to mention a lot of outdated information as well, because we have a lot new tools in the past few years that have been developed. So we've spent several months of trial and error trying to piece together some sort of workflow that would work universally for any single hard surface model, and we've finally figured it out in one comprehensive package. The framework we've developed is called MAD-T. It's very easy to remember, and it stands for Modeling, Automation, Decimation, and Triangulation. These four pillars are essential in creating hard surface game assets. Without following this structure, you will run into issues. But if you follow each step of this framework, there's no possible way you can run into issues because it covers every potential problem. It's kind of like a formula. Plug in the correct values and you'll output the correct answer. MAD-T is nothing but a formula to follow for hard surface game assets. So the first part, which is modeling, just has to deal with modeling. What should you be focusing on when you're modeling your hard surface game assets? We talk a bit about bevels, segment counts, things like that. But overall, this stage is where you have the most creative freedom because in my opinion, you don't want to regulate the modeling process too much because then that pulls attention away from your creativity. So the modeling process gives you the most freedom. You can just kind of model and have a good time. Now the automation section has to do with UV unwrapping. And UV unwrapping can be tricky if you don't know how to use all the different tools and you don't know how to place your seams. A lot of people put seams all over the place where you don't actually need them. And we have a simple 5-step workflow for automation, which you can use to make sure your seams are not only placed in the correct location, but also give you a perfect unwrap. And you'll learn all of that in the automation section of this course. And after that, you'll become a UV unwrapping pro. Now, the decimation section is probably the most important part because you want to make sure you optimize your model. If you have a really crazy high poly count and the bevels and things like that aren't set up properly, it is not going to work in other engines. And if it does, it's not going to be well optimized. So the decimation section will show you how to properly optimize your mesh so that way it not only works in game engines, but also gives you a practical result. And finally, this is probably the second most important step, and it has to do with triangulation. If you're working with hard surface assets, you are most likely going to be using a Boolean and n-gon workflow. A lot of misinformation is thrown out there from people saying you have to use quads and you can't use n-gons. And that might be true in a VFX environment or something like that. But overall, you can most definitely use n-gons if you triangulate it properly. And the triangulation section is going to show you how to set all of that up, triangulate everything, rename your models, and make sure everything is set up so that way it works outside of Blender and game engines. And that is the MAD-T workflow we've developed. These four pillars, like I said, are crucial. If you do not follow them, you will not have an optimized game asset, and in some more rare cases, it might not even work at all. So you want to make sure you're following this workflow or you're going to run into issues. Now we shared this workflow with a few students of ours, and a few concerns came up, and I'd like to address those real quick. Some students were thinking that this wouldn't work because their model was too complex, and forget how simple or complex your model is. This MAD-T workflow works for any hard surface game asset, simple or complex. We went to a ton of our old models, ran a ton of tests, and it worked for everything, so don't worry about that. We also had some students say that when they tried to optimize and export their models, it just wouldn't show up. It wouldn't work in the game engines and nothing would appear. And that's probably because you didn't follow the triangulation section properly. Triangulation, like I said, is essential, and a lot of people forget to do it and they don't know why they need to do it. And this course will also show you the why as well as the how. And a lot of people still seem to think you have to completely remodel your assets and retopologize it. And the truth is, you don't need to do any of that unless you're planning to put this in a VFX environment or maybe do some deformations on your model, in which case you might want to do some retopology. But overall, for what we're doing, it is definitely not required. One of the best things about this MAD-T framework we've developed is that we're finally able to turn our models into functioning game assets. You can literally see your creations sitting inside of a video game, and I think that's the coolest part. Really, we made this package because we're tired of having to jump through hoops, watch courses, watch YouTube videos, and try to piece things together, which is just a waste of time. Would you rather spend 50 hours scavenging YouTube, or would you rather spend 4 to 5 hours just taking the course and learning all of the different techniques and formulas you need to actually get a game asset to work? To me, I'd rather just invest the time in a course with a system that works, and that's exactly what we did with this package here. Now, we also have something awesome that I want to tell you about. So with this course, we also developed a UV unwrapping add-on with Proxy, one of the HardOps developers. This add-on automates the unwrapping process in 2 clicks, and you'll learn more about unwrapping in the automation section, but with this course, during the early bird period, you're going to get this add-on completely for free, and it is so incredibly useful when you're doing unwrapping. We're also going to throw in our premium hard surface UV unwrapping in Blender course, and also our game asset course 1.0 from last year for those of you that want that. So if you order now during the early bird period, you're going to get an extra $130 worth of products for free. Not to mention, this add-on you're going to get is going to save you so much time in the future, and it's not going to be available anywhere else. In addition, you're going to get an extra 20% off the course during the early bird period, and you don't want to miss out on that. You're getting free bonuses, you're getting a free add-on, and you're also getting an extra 20% off. So make sure you pick this course up during the early bird period. You're going to learn a ton, and if you want to learn how to make proper hard surface game assets, this is the package for you. So we'll see you inside.